Making the hard decisions.
Morning. So in a recent post on Facebook, update on Millie, I told people that we've all agreed that we aren't going to be doing any further life-saving interventions with Millie at this time. And what that means is today she's going to be coming off ECMO. And if she can't do it on her own, she won't be going back on ECMO. They won't do compressions. And she's got many steps ahead of her that could lead to a cardiac arrest. And if that happens, both Derek and I have decided that we don't want to put Millie through anymore. I think sometimes with cardiac kids, this happens, especially with hypoplastic left heart, because everything that we're doing for them is considered palliative anyway. So you often, as a heart parent, end up in these really tough conversations, taken to family meetings where they sit you down and they want to know where you're at as a parent. They give you options about what they can do for your child based on what you want for them. And then you have to make some really hard decisions. And Derek and I, unfortunately, have been to those family meetings and be asked to make hard decisions. I think 5 times now. And it's horrible, and it doesn't get easier. And I'm feeling kind of like it might help me to get it off my chest and to tell people what we've been through and what has happened, and some of those conversations that we've had to have and how we've come to the decision that we've made today. And I'm kind of hoping that this will help some other parents who might be struggling, because there never feels like there's a right answer, but there also, it doesn't feel like there isn't a wrong decision for your family. And the palliative care team keeps telling us that, and Derek absolutely hates it. He's like, what the hell does that mean? But the further I go in this process, the more I feel like I'm starting to accept some of the places that we are, I've never regretted any of the decisions that we've made for Millie. So here we go. Today, she's going to come off ECMO this morning, probably sometime around 9. And then we are going to wait and see what her heart is going to do. So it might be morbid for me to want to talk about this kind of stuff today, but it's certainly what is foremost in my mind. And I just wanted to give you all a heads up that is what I'm going to be talking about today, because you might not want to watch this video because it's hard and not everybody can deal with this kind of stuff. And I don't know if it's for you or if it's for me. I just need to talk. And I have a feeling that there might be some people who need to hear how we've gone through this, because they may be struggling as well. Yeah.
The first time we were asked to make a decision about Millie's life, I was 23 weeks pregnant, almost 24. I had this feeling from the moment I found out I was pregnant and that something was wrong. When I got the call that they wanted us to come to Halifax for more pictures, my heart just sank. We went to the high-risk pregnancy clinic to have an ultrasound, and immediately they called the doctor. I'll never forget the words, "There's something wrong with your baby's heart." They told us we had to move quickly if we wanted to terminate. They scheduled us for an amnio the next day. They explained if I decided to carry her to term, she would need immediate surgery. It was our decision. They could start my labor early, and I could deliver Millie and have her pass away. I couldn't imagine delivering my baby that I could still feel moving inside of me strong that week and watching her die, so we decided to give her a chance. The second time we were asked to make a hard decision was when I was 29 weeks pregnant. A hole in Millie's heart that she needed began to close. she would not survive. We elected for a research procedure to stent the hole and give her a chance. And then we waited.
Good night to all and to all, good night. The stars have come out and the moon.
The third time was when Millie was 2 months old and diagnosed with pulmonary vein stenosis. They told us our only option was a heart and lung transplant. We were absolutely devastated. We couldn't make this decision. Because we felt so unsure, the doctors advised us to keep moving forward and to list her, but we could always change our mind later. The fourth time was when Millie's veins became worse. We were told our options and asked what our goals for our family were. Millie was too sick for a transplant. My goal for Millie was for her to die in her nursery at home. Derek's was for her not to suffer. Our options were to transfer her to the IWK in Halifax while still on prostaglandins, have her family come and surround her and stop the drug that was keeping her alive, to do one small intervention to stent her duct and send her home knowing that the pulmonary vein stenosis would kill her, but hopefully we would have some time with her, a few weeks to a few months. Or to do a very risky surgery that had a small success rate called the Coles procedure, and to try a trial drug so that we could take her home and try and give her a chance, a small hope. This was the option we chose. We felt Millie was still strong and fighting, so we needed to be too.
Good night, I love you.
The fifth time was last Wednesday evening when she went into cardiac arrest. While they were doing compressions, a fellow came to ask us if we wanted them to continue. I didn't even understand what she was asking, so they continued. The sixth time was on Friday. We were told Millie likely had brain damage, that the flow for her gland was slow, and that she had severe blood clots. Our options were surgery to remove the clots, knowing she had a very small chance of survival, or to take her off life support and let things take its natural course. We chose to continue with surgery because we felt Millie was still fighting. The seventh time was Saturday morning, yesterday. We had a very serious discussion about how Millie is not strong enough to survive any more interventions, and the recommendation would be to stop or not to do any more life-saving measures. This leaves things up to Millie. Once again, we have a small hope. Today they remove her life support. It's up to Millie. We've always believed in fighting for Millie, giving her every chance. Every decision has felt right for her and our family. Our goal is to bring Millie home and to have her have a good quality of life. The doctors have promised to be honest with us at each stage where we are with this goal. A big thank you to Millie's crew who have planned an amazing fundraiser for us, and I wish we could be there. And it just looks amazing. We've heard nothing but good things, so thank you so much.